나
TV
TV bawa
makin ni khadik celak ni bong noi Naya parang kasailong mong pusong ni
bu bangsa.
Tunjak le sabar lu kan I see a talent falling I see a talent kecil nak kecil bah ni saya sakit nak minta biho saya
Dia kami saya biasa kiwan tu
hit bi itan kivan
live semua ni nah lu
yang lu tunggu komputer semua tu
cepai mana
hotai mai din na bau ni koi
cepai mango si koi lu ta fruit si
ta to guarantee chu ve tango
bay le bay ta kan ni chop di sekali
si tha
oi thila ti chen mo
sapu kabe ini sa ta
nu pa yung ka
kadu ke tulang bau lu
hello welcome to the stream Kim Long-un as trên các bạn lại tạm nào áp tùy đi đánh đi cái thiên lệ tùy đi đánh cả đen bol như nào bol ngay hết
I made the top 3 just now. I got supplies.
voice hot point ni zan ha pet voice hot point the ti ha ka voice ka voice hot low na lai ham ka voice hot low na ka voice ti hot low la imala ka ball khat pon kan check le le da cho voice ti chom ti data nom ti data kha ti chom ti data a fix head with set low to nang le nang kinga yo okay let me see ima ka ball kha lo chla ima ki ball kha lo wa
Okay. Okay.
hot ta hot tam voice hello hello
I got
ti
supplies.
su no hol ha ko kha o ai ka kha de hot tam ka voice guys din say di bo
Awesome.
Piang ka ngayon na. So, asang kazak sulap. Ini atau kakak kop sih na mawak sa aywa na. Sila ya na. Ni din kakak ko ye kan ni ji. Cik lah cik tu.
सामो दुश्मन चेपो
Help!
Benta oh.
Please recall me. Got it.
Benta oh. Ani itu oh. Chắc đâu thì là cái thả chứ. Vàng ốp cả anh nghĩ cho.
Please recall me. Got it.
Wonen leeg.
Got it. Thank you.
Oh, zong game kita mo.
I'm recalling a teammate.
Ige lain apa?
Thanks. Help! Help! Awesome.
Oh, sahabat shalom, seras. Chúng ta bộ kỳ live kita tahan. bom lão mù hia. À, hello nó. Hello, 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 hello. Kita tam ko kita tam. Kita là nice. Very nice. Go được gài vậy chả. Til jangan bola. Hey, Bandu. Chalu. Hello. Bandu. Lum. Lum. Lum neo. Lum kera.
No.
Til ngộ. Bầu tunggu. Lum pu lum neo. Lum sei neo. Sei pu. Lum pu bảo lâu rồi.
What do you think you
Cắt tự nè. Cái nó chim ăn hay gì nào.
năng là liền đi cái hết rồi sao đó.
I got supplies.
vô gần thì xem
Thì bác mình à thang này
PUBG lâu Pogba
bố nó không nó các cọp đấy tùy từ lúc nó bằng nó đã cắt thỏi thỏi anh gì nó bằng cái
xem thấy gì thì sinh sôi không gì
이 아이폰은 지금 나 시시
biết nói là nó gì nó chỉ tao hoa này không
lo mình người thấy là con mà thấy
cái trong đấy à
cái to chụp cái gì ra xem
nasakit
kia
kaninin carbon there
gì đó
nó bị
anh nói
vội nào
anh chưa có hiện tại anh nó ngáo rồi
vội gì đó
à bút nào áo lại không phải loại áo vậy rồi à chị phép không lời đấy
ai ha mi ta
Watch
ta ni
out.
che
Marked a
Azam.
location.
mi zan ha
boost cái sa mi khat bo se bo chu
mới lại làm hả
amaya ka thina ho ki jam cho in maya gar ko ma ho ga scope le chu cho chim pung ko ma chu in chan pho sa la gari ga thai good le chao gari tol gu ko gari nya wa on liam khai ko
nó hạ
ma bol le tia
bye bye bro
Awesome.
nó gạ kia về lên rồi là buổi nay hình xem khác này thế mi bỏ lại ấy chúng nó không có mấy tí chết rồi
ana tim bena gari ga tol le ka zo
gì lý thế mà
Noob.
làm
Noob.
tai thì giảm là độ sẽ đấy mấy cái
Noob. Oh, nó sẽ mấy tiếng không gì cái này này sao?
à
cái chung cư là nó mà
I'm recalling a teammate.
Bộ gì đâu rồi?
Thanks.
ông leng tha ki dem ai ma dai renga chi wa na
no name, no name, no name. Just subscribe. Thank you so much. No name, no name.
Noob sao vậy nào? Gari aliang to do.
Stream, no name.
Gari aliang to de boy.
hiện chu
Ano nga kung dito? Ano nga bu? Ano nga kung? Ela Sarah Simbo. Mình chỉ đặt rồi là rồi.
Record này chưa?
Gari
Record này.
Don't give up. Your teammates can still recall you.
ano gì cũng bị bồi bây giờ sao?
Gì đi chứ? Bắt thầy mang được thôi là.
quay lại na cái số độ ha
Drop cái lá không bột đó là mi khát cái cáp mà chú mi khát mi thầy nhìn cái giá cái cáp này. Cái cáp to không này cái gì lối pan nhưng là ngắt ngắt đi pian chết chứ. Thả gội to lối pan chú issue. Game thầy biết sẽ biết na.
I'm recalling a teammate.
tip chất nào mình cho tôi cho
Thanks.
Lúc nào thì lại hay do tôi.
mi khả năng này
Help.
ai ha cần nung apa na ai thò pay user la pa za aloi pa kanok man chai cha mi ni na khat pa kanok
Tiếng
anung apa na an ka cha
Cái ba chục cái ba mà cái này cặp hại.
Kasi tingnan ko na status ko na. Go up ulit.
Yeah.
Thì các bạn bây ta sẽ khuyến cả mẹ lên tình cái này
Với
hay
lại
nhỉ
là hả?
cái kiểu video
As yan chip lại tạo cho. Hello.
Azang anong langam na like ni. Nung langasin bale. Okay. This one. Vậy tôi try đi á.
Kaki silit ay. Oh.
Napot dito. Ale.
Sabat salam.
Salam. Suti napot do tam.
Kapbo daw ta.
Zani a chong.
Zani masanita.
Hung va phải tông ở riêng lăng cái tele hấp tắc kịp lăng lệ.
class
Ball đi bẩn này.
Hello, give na.
Cái rồi pa na lại.
7
Ati ang le sabat man mo le be.
Chỉ pa hay nằm mù lèo quay nó gel độ vào guys. Chỉ suy thì nằm mù lèo. Oh man chính là. Coi pang din nào va tổ nó mày nào guys. Nó sai cái chụp đèn cho cái biết thị về. Nó sai bị ha. Cái chụp đèn nè. Chết đi.
I won
Let's
my
fight
last
together.
I made the top 3 just now.
Awesome.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim.
đẹp lẽ gì cái ta lên lẹ last of it EVT cái thiong to chứ hello po độ chứ là cái này là lờ cái lạ chứ là cho nó sao cái lạ chứ là cái này cái lạ chứ cái lạ chứ
Chị vẫn nghe con bề bề đi rồi xong chị rồi xong cả chị đi con bề bề đi
cái này cái này
Watch out!
Ini ya, terus. لعبته؟
بس عالج سماعتك.
ايه مرة واحدة.
ايوه ما كلهم يعني في ساعة حكي.
Watch out! Help!
والله دعمهم داعم.
Help! Help! Thank you. Help!
Jamat nasafin hela ko English.
واحد عندي نمبر من حده
Help!
من جماعتنا.
Help!
Ay, mana kisat din nun lo.
كبر 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 الحكم
Drone na? Ipi? Ipi ki bol na mo tha hin chula to acho. To acho mo tha hin chula. Ka dalu na acho. Hung hin panu chume.
يا هو يا
Help!
هو
I need consumables. Help!
يا أصحابي.
I need consumables.
لا تنسوا.
I need consumables.
وكان معايا خيول.
Help!
جاي.
I need consumables.
शुक्रन
भलो कम कयो थई
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Draw ting chapa. Hazo EPM ka zo lo. Zong naman kakapi di heti chula. Da cha kai ho en ka tha chai ma mau bo chui. Draw ki ticket wang a chu. Yelling sail wind ไงล้างไงตัวจะน่าอีปีแหละกะลุงเส้นน่ะทิมทูหินละโลหินละโลหินละโลเดี๋ยวจะแบบเดียวแต่นะ
The moment I heard that, I was like, that's the only thing your take on it is just that the hype.
Yes, they are about.
They did about.
It's just that the hype.
Yes, they are about the same. It's like wow, mind blown.
And you know, I feel so old right now because I've been with PUBG Mobile for 5 years. For 5 freaking years, man. It's so long.
Well, that's a very interesting statement to say. If you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. If this is gonna be my last, I'm not sure about that. But you know what? Speaking of which, I was March baby. I wish I'm there as well because I'm a March baby as well as all the other players. I can actually play the calendar with them. But you do know why Damn is so close with you. They even have almost the same birthday here.
Now I know. I was actually wondering, is it today's birthday? Oh no, it's within the same month. So okay, to be fair. If not, I'll probably get some notifications here and there. But it's also nice to see like, well, we never really got to see Napeko that much before. At least in how he interacted and all that, and seems like a really fun guy.
Hey, he's really fun. I've talked to him before. He's very funky, supportive, and very he got a really good sportsmanship, Napeko. Because I kind of did a lot of shows with him back then, and he's one of the fun guys. You know, when things are a bit awkward, he's always there to make things fun out of it. It's never a boring time with him. But before that, also happy anniversary PUBG Mobile. 5 years, it's still going strong, and now we're heading into the 6th year. And also speaking of this year, so much things have changed, Cloud.
Wow, yeah. Imagine like I can't imagine right now like what version 1 would be like. I think one of the big changes is of course the DBS coming out of the airdrop after so many years. That's
Don't
one.
remind us.
Yeah, that's one. And then Vikendi is not in tournament mode now. Maybe it will come back in the future. There's a lot of rumors about it. So yeah, I mean a lot has changed, right? Can you imagine what it would be like in another 10 more years?
I mean, like maybe in 10 more years, like the chicken dinner gonna just cost you like 5 points.
Then you trim it down, and then at some point chicken dinner is like 1 point. And then if you don't get chicken dinner, you get nothing.
There's no more chickens, maybe possibly in the future. It turns into ducks now. I don't know. I mean, like, based on the point system, I'm still looking for the first few circles to be extra point for those eliminations, right? I'm looking forward for that, just to have encouragement for the players to be more aggressive.
Just like in
PL.
Yeah, PL, like circle 1, circle 2, every elimination costs double points.
Yeah,
that's going to be interesting though. I know that it was discussed prior to the start of the season, but the final decision is that it was still maintained as such. So we might not, we don't know. Maybe in the future we'll see it soon because it's a discussion. So that means someone's interested to do it.
Yeah, I think they couldn't make a drastic change for the players to adapt with the current patch, not just the point system, and also when it comes to the patch notes of the guns and also how they rework the guns here these days, and additional guns into the mix as well. But looking at the players just now, I mean, like, I'm loving those interviews. I love this kind of funky side of the play that we haven't seen before. And everybody look, they are bonded so well, right? For the players, you can see them battering, like they have this a bit of a banter when it comes to those trash talk moments, but they have a really strong bond between themselves.
Yeah, I mean, what's better than actually duking it out in front, right? Before this was like, okay, talk to the camera. What you think about your other opponent and all that. It's like, okay, we put it in front of you. You say what you feel about him, and he says what he feels about you. But earlier on, it was like, we know that they have a good bond, especially for Yu Hai and also Damroot, and they'll be playing together very soon in May as a team for Team Malaysia. So there's something to look forward to again. They'll be reuniting themselves, just like how Yudo Alliance united 2 new players from different teams, but so far so good. It's like they've never left the scene.
That's true, and also they have been consistently well when it comes to their performance for the entire day, not just today, yesterday, the day before. Coming up from Void now, this is the team to beat. They're setting the bar quite high, and the standards are remarkable, and nobody can overtake them at #1 just yet.
Oh yeah, I mean, we talk so much about Void by now, right? It's like they gotta give us something new, something new to talk about. But now with those hand slaps, you know, high fives, you know that it's starting. That's why. And oh, the taunts, I like it. I like it.
The cheer, the taunts. I don't know who's taunting who right now, because definitely Void Esports, we have no clues sitting right across them. It feels like somebody that's quite close to them as well. So it feels like somebody, maybe another Malaysian or Indonesian team, or even a different team entirely. But speaking of all the other teams down there, we do have a bit of a swap for the players. Now Nothings is back in. Back in day 1, Nothings was playing, and they just have different dynamics compared to the past 2 days.
Yeah, so even though they swap in, swap out players, so far they are still fairly consistent. So I think they're okay. I think they're kind of overshadowed. I think they're overshadowed by the fact that Hale is just even more consistent. That is that. But if not that, I would say like Hale, like Yudo Alliance, like even Sen9 deserves a lot of mention. I think they'll be. So far they're really contesting for that #1 spot. And of course, what's around without a substitution from Boom, right?
Wow, they're even putting in Keymind back, Hexas out. Now that's new, because usually it's always either Boo and Keymind swapping in and out, and who else was it? It feels like the entire roster been swapping in and out, and nobody is actually staying in the roster for the longest time.
Well, yeah, probably only Yummy. I don't remember him being swapped out. And the fact that
he'd been swapped yesterday.
Okay. So Hexas only played 2 rounds today, but BTR making a swap as well. So Sata is coming in. Yesterday was for Yu Hai, but this time it's for Liquid. Apologies. Yeah, choked on my chicken earlier on. But let's head on to Erangel. Let's go.
You hide net you how. U hide net you how. Hey hamacha. Koi tabang hello male. Team ke na ni kitchen na. Ta BTR azao.
A lot of hiccups in there, starting off our second half of the day, but hey, we're back in Erangel for our match #4 and day #3 here, and we do know for a certain today that's gonna be the Kings of Puchigi for now. It's held out by Bacon for the time being. We don't have the axe today. I do want to see it more when it comes to those skirmishes early on, but today, starting off again for our last Erangel map, SMB up to the side of Zaki.
Yes, but a little bit of a change at the southern side. So military base island for this, it was all clear for Yudo Alliance, but this time they have visitors. They have Void inside of it. They have GE inside of it. GE is heading into military base itself. Void is somewhere up north, which is okay. You got those smaller compounds to loot at, and it's accessible to vehicles too. So it's not too bad of a position for Void. Now Yudo Alliance not alone down there. Let's see if that changes the way they rotate. I'm pretty sure when they jump out of the play, they would have seen like, okay, there are a couple of other teams that jumped out as well, so they know that they're not alone.
for Yuri Lions, definitely have visitors, yes, but I think at Voin, high chances that Voin just gonna hop into vehicles, go to its main peninsula at this point, but at the same time, Circle make it almost impossible for these guys to leave SMB just yet because of how it just including the Sonov's community base, including as well the both bridges of both sides. And that's going to be a bit of a problem because nobody have a clue about whether the circle can be to the main island or is it down south.
Yeah, that's going to be the tricky part, right? So it could be, it will be very interesting if the circle actually ends up inside a military base. Of course, it's going to be for us. Well, we had a very nice circle before this inside of Pochinki, so this time around we really get the kind of tricky circle again. Why not? I think it's time.
We have seen a lot since. It's always the last Erangel map of the day who got a bit of crazy circle by the insider. Like the first few is always very generous. When it comes to the last Erangel of the day, it's going to be a bit of a tougher challenge for the players just to see how much they learn when it comes to prior to Erangels before. You do Alliance around Novo, they definitely have to make it quick because if not, they get caught red-handed or off guard due to how many teams are actually sharing Sonov's community base right now.
Yes, true enough. Unless the circle really goes up north, then they will have easier access. Considering that the last time we saw like Void on the northern side of the military base, so they should be able to clear. But looks like what you say. They grab a vehicle just to go back onto Milta and now here already. So yeah, so they're not going to be part of the military base island.
I don't know if Cloud is back with us, but well, hopefully he's okay after
I believe
this.
I've also always been here.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? How? I hear you a bit cut off here and there, but never mind. I'm gonna have to reset myself. But back to the side of GE. Now, GE is the one actually sharing the compound with Yuri Alliance, and they're not leaving anytime soon. We do know for a fact. I feel like Voin Esport will stay in Milta for quite a bit. They don't have to move. They can be gatekeepers. They can actually go into Sonov's in case they needed to do so. So just take your own time, be there, and just loot up, and just take a hold of that compound for longest as they need. The others, on the other hand, those dropping on the northern side, they need to make a move. We know for a fact if it happens to be around SMB, they're late. They're in trouble.
Yeah, Void moved up to the main peninsula. They went to Milta, so they're clear now. Unless if the circle really moves towards military base, even though now we got 40% of it in it. If it really does go there, then Void will have an interesting ride there. But at least being in Milta, you will still have better access or fast access into military base in case needed. So yeah, it's still a decent position to be in. If in any case the circle really scams.
It's kind of true. So down to the circle, the mercy of the circle for these players right now, whether to favor them or just against them when it comes to the shift later on the south or on the north. Gigsley on the other hand, now they had their fun and games before, but definitely this time they're going to take it all in, and serious mode is on. As Face Clan as well. You do have Vonsons playing, definitely MR5 still not in there, but a couple of swaps before, including Hale and Boom. How will they fare? Will it be a better dynamic than before, or is it they're trying to experiment on some stuff here?
I think they're still finding what's right for them, because and I guess why they made a lot of substitutions. But for Hale on the other hand, frankly speaking, they're not too bad. Like only like 7 points behind East Clan, and then well, of course everyone has a significant gap with Void, but overall actually they're pretty cool. So if they are able to maintain whatever they have in mind right now, whatever they have planned out, I think they'll be alright. They will definitely well by the end of the week.
I agree. Same goes for SM9 here. Not too far off, hitting a triple digit previously in the previous mirror. Sorry, Erangel map just now. But they do have consistency. Yes, I think we don't highlight them enough coming up from SM9. They barely make it into the highlight and under the spotlight of this camera as well, observers, but they do have it when it comes to those gunfires, when it comes to consistency of ranking and those kills. They know how to balance it out, and they play it so well so far. But at the same time, I'm waiting for the teams on the second page to start to wake up, including Box. The last run was today has been better run than the past few days. Today has to be like the best day for them right now.
You know what? I kind of think that they're okay, better than yesterday. Obviously, it's because GE keep going early. Like, and it's GE's the one that's taking those early fights, right? And they lose those early fights, and that gave opportunity to Box to actually climb up above them. And those fights was actually Box winning against GE. So I guess that's just what happened. This time around, GE is playing a little bit differently. They're not dropping straight into another opponent's drop spot, but instead they made a quick loot inside the base to the right side bridge, and they are waiting for Yudu Alliance. That's gonna be scary.
But at the same time, we do have Voin Esports on across there, the bridge on the right side as well, if I'm not mistaken, on top of Miltar, right? So if they're not being careful and they overstay themselves too much, it's going to be a bit of a problem on the side of GE. Now, they want to be the team that avoid all this unnecessary fights early on. It has not been working out well for them, but that tap from Mokhtar, just one to reply and respond to it, Scanny.
And it's interesting.
On the ground.
Alter Ego actually went down south? Okay, that's interesting. So right now with the knockdown to Kenny, definitely they want to finish up. But Adeluke is dead though. Rosemary naded down by Adeluke. Beautiful throw.
Oh, here comes the rush. Yudu Alliance, they see this one coming. Alter Ego out of nowhere. You thought it's going to be GE, and you're thinking it's going to be Voin Esports, but the one actually taking action towards Yudu Alliance, coming out into SMB, all the way in deep. Alter Ego winning this fight.
Oh, here we go. Five Fanatics coming in, Potatoes there as well, and the rest of Yudu Alliance too. But look at the circle. The majority of the circle is in the military base island as of now, but Yudu Alliance needs this fight as Adeluke nated down. Olio is coming in together with teammate Flax OP, and looks like they won the fight against Alter Ego. Looks like they did. Alter Ego eliminated.
GE coming in strong this time. They want to take part of this fight as well, being the third party and not letting Yudu Alliance to reset. I'm not sure if they can make it in time, but back to the side of RQ Sam 9. We do have more taking a bit of a split ending for Loyu, and that's going to be the first one out for Sam 9 players. Down to 3.
Yeah,
make it 2.
Make it 2. But looks like after the fight with Alter Ego, Yudu Alliance took some time to reset. GE went there, they heard all the gunfire, but now they know that Yudu has reset. But knowing GE, they are not a team that likes to back up from fights, so they want this advantage against Yudu Alliance, considering that they have the high ground against them. So this is the moment for GE. The bridge, Voin is there.
Voin is coming back into SMB. Due to the shift of the circle just now, La Paz spotted out Master Ichi. A bit of Ichi nade straight into the heads of Lapa and down on his knees. Knocked down. Ichi gonna finish off the job, sealing off the deal with his cat being his best friend at the back. And there you go, easy peasy.
You know what my mom used to say, if I go and take that's not mine.
Hello.
My mom would say that you don't Ichi hand, huh? So it looks like Ichi took something that is not his, but he's making it his.
Back to it, sort of Voin. They're definitely not Ichi for fights here, for Voin, definitely. They're trying to take their own time and wait it out. While SLD reposition himself, the Packer shoots towards the side of Voin, who get himself in the blue zone instead. That's going to be an interesting rotation from Voin. Is it forced, or is it something that just putting himself in an awkward position? Because right now, they clip quite a number and plays and finish off Maxius, but lucky enough still on the second phase of a circle.
It was clearly forced though. I'm sure they wish that they would have just like had the route just speed down onto military base island, but unfortunately RRQ had to be there. He had to be the bridge troll, so they have nowhere else to go. SLD was around the corner, so they kind of surrounded. RRQ right now need to decide when will they move, because if they don't, plus the circle is kind of skewed towards the left side, so it's a little bit for them in this position.
Mela versus Shraps. Now that's interesting as well, as both are shaking nades, but the one knocked down is going to be side of Mela. Well, GE having a bit of a fishing day. Sam 9, Dap and Lung trying to dog themselves, but can they make it? As Smile might be wiping off the smile off their faces as Dap. Oh, he just flee. He didn't see that one coming. It was going to be 2 extra points for him if he actually stays. But BTR taking the bridge for themselves.
Oh, looks like he got bigger issues at the bridge. Can't leave each alone. Plus, he's tanking on his own. Now, Boom is there. Napeko tries to steal eliminations away. From afar, they try to push their way through, but GE, they're not letting this bridge go. Here we have the nade onto the other side. Looks like this. Look at this. Oh, man, this circle. Oh, my goodness. Oh, to military base. Udo Alliance in the prime position with the high ground just on top of military base.
Hello.
And the bridge on the right. My, oh my, how crowded it is. On the left, and still have some space with the circle, especially with Gig, Slates there, Vampires there. So they're in a good position there. But on the right, so little space to play with.
But at the same time, those actually are already in themselves off the back line. Perfect view for Asa. Nothing stopping him to actually get that 1 point of Boom players. Now we do have so little time for these players to get into the safe zone. As LD trying to gatekeep RRQ, and they're stuck in the corner of those bridges and inside of the blue zone as well. Goes to cook up the nade, might toss it a perfect one. Vampire taking on Gig Slate. Newsy Big Snooze is on the ground as bleeding out, burned off by that Molotov.
Oh, and Tony K for being finished up damn good. The rest of Gig Slate, they'll come in. They want revenge onto Tony K. Tony K all the nade in his hand. Can they actually pull off a clutch here? Now Tony K, M4 in hand. Sprays will not connect. 50% of health. Snipes will come in for the other side. Snipes with M49, and that is it for FaZe. Not FaZe Clan. Vampires. I need to update my brain there.
Lost that fight to the side of Gig Slate. A fail rush and a good attempt, but a bit ambitious, too hard for them to actually go inside there when they are the one coming in into late. But FaZe still holding on to this left side of the bridge. So we're talking about DBD and BTR are trying to cut across towards BTR, and FaZe Ventoris waiting on the downside. But DBD, they're kind of stuck here. It's so hard to breach through. And there's no other way around unless they're willing to swim. But the moment you're docked over, there's so many eyes watching on the shoreline as well.
Yeah, he learned it the hard way. The last time they went swimming, they got eliminated by Gig Slate. Now it's going to be BTR holding the bridge together with Ventoris from FaZe Clan. On the other side, they are resetting. They are in the circle, but I don't think they'll have much intervention at the bridge. Now look at the circle, it should fall onto Udo Alliance, and Udo Alliance still has that prime position, that high ground is still theirs.
This is their comfy spot here. We're talking about Udo Alliance will be one of the teams that's happy about the circle, but not for the others. Void coming up from the south, but the one stopping here at a halt between the left and right bridge. SLD, RRQ, DBD, BTR, and also FaZe kind of stuck on the left side as well. There's going to be only few teams emerging out of this sort of fights, having a bit of a brawl in the blue zone where nobody is winning it.
Ooh, Yen being taken out by Sorvel. Yeah, both teams right now looks like it's still a 50-50 between BTR and DBD though. Right now, still active. Sorvel is all alone. Sorvel going up against He's super duper low. The fire for the other side is going to be Jimmy OP saving his teammate.
DBD is not done yet. FaZe is still not up there, so they have to be extra careful. FaZe coming in very late. Same goes for another team, which is going to be Gig Slate, who march straight into DBD's compound. Now, if they're not aware of this, they have to be right now. Put their alerts up and just be sure that they can defend this as long as they can, because more than one team are marching over. Box Gaming, Capone taking on Boom players. Udo Alliance start to take a fight against Hill, while Box still going on to a side of Pombit. Ventoris, the last remaining member of FaZe, have to flee from here. He actually got himself in the island already, but the problem is, can he make it into the zone alive?
Gig must be wishing they got all 4 players intact, because it will help them to take over this high ground. But Udo Alliance with a full squad, they're ready to defend it against Gig right now. Have to be content with the lower ground.
Can he? hoping it would drop on any of the players of Gigs Lake right now, but it's just chipped them quite tiny bit. For now, Snipes and Stone will march and rush into this compound. Udo Alliance got these elevations, but we remember those times. I think was it RRQ player Asao got himself in the high grounds, in the towers just now, on top of that pillar. That would be a vintage view to get this sort of a fight going.
Yeah, if only he can get there, because there's another team as well inside of base itself, and that's going to be RRQ. Adeluke will be happy to pick up those elimination points. It's going to be 5 now for Udo Alliance. Mika is going to be the last man standing for Gig. Meantime, there are players from Void inside of it. Yes! Oh, how did they survive?
Coming up from south all the way just now, took a bit of longer rotation, take their time and not rushing things there. Void, they got one of the strongest compound, they got these buildings to work with, and Alva just playing on the lower ground as well, making sure he can just keep it at bay for those coming in on towards the side of fences. Alva taking on Mika. This is going to be the last member of Gig Slate bowing out at 11th. We're down to 10 teams just within minutes. It's only the 4th stage here. We're down to only 10 teams, Cloud.
Oh, SLD. Long almost getting it. Beautiful spray by Long. Nice control there. And that is his reward. That knockdown, but he's not done. Parajin is behind, but the rest of SLD, they're on the outside of the circle. Depp tries to see where Parajin at, not showing himself that easily. Depp keeping eye on Parajin. Jin has nowhere to go.
Meantime, Circle shrinks even further, and where will they actually favor? It's going to be in between the teams. Udo Alliance, Void, GE, and Sam9. Each of them are taking a different angle entirely. GE and Void both coming up from the southern part, saying good for box. While we do have DBD the furthest away from the circle, Ventoris will stab the back of Jimmy OP anytime now, while Sam9 have to actually evade all the shots coming up from SLD from afar.
Ooh, Udo almost losing this high ground towards Beacon Time, who came in from behind. But right now, to reset themselves so they're A-OK. There's another team on the right though, Hale Esports. 3 teams at least eyeing this high ground. This is definitely still a prime position at this moment. EBD, 5 eliminations, dominating. That's a nice, steady improvement there for EBD.
They got the access on the left bridge. They got the access into SMB, and now they are in there. Will gatekeep the heck out of it. But at the same time, they have to cut across so many teams just to get on the left side. They are the furthest one away. They have to have those vehicles. On the side of Hill, on the other hand, they are the ones that is really close enough to the blue zone. They need to get in there, but how? Because there's so many teams bloodthirsty enough to shoot them down. Same goes for Udo Alliance. Olio did not have a clue where the shot's coming up from.
Ooh, Olio better back up because DBD is closing in. Olio resetting himself. His teammates are behind though, so they're still looking at Olio. Olio prepping up the nade, but DBD still has a good distance. Now Adelu is creating a smoke bridge for Olio to come to him.
Coming out from 2-2 formation, DBD 2 on the flank, but Flex and Luke knows this better for Udo Alliance. They place themselves repositioned, but Luke is down. This is a problem for Udo Alliance because DBD found a loophole.
DBD, they need to become headshots though. Right now we can see that Udo Alliance falling back. Jimmy will be gunned down. Beautiful defense here coming from Udo Alliance. They are not letting this go easy.
Now so little time to actually revive. The nades drop it like a heart from Echo side. There's going to be nade eliminations coming up from the side of the rest of the teams of Malaysia is fighting each other right now. Udo Alliance still trying to defend while losing men bit by bit. But Hill coming up from the side of Bacon is going to be the ties fighting together.
Ooh, here we go. Mods, they are being the keepers for Bacon time on the outside of the circle. Right now, Echo is going in. Echo, he's the last man standing, so he'll play for place on points. But Hill is coming out of Bacon.
Back to his Gatslow, pushing forward to the side of Ice. Ice already cooking up the nade, and it's going to be one misstep, and it's down. Gatslow is close enough to being knocked down entirely. Now will respond with another nade toss around towards the side of Hill. A bit of a reply there, but Bacon is not just them. There's another team eyeing them out from the back line as well, and it's going to be DBD.
Ooh, Gatslow, spray randomly. Can he get Ice? Ice! Managed to get away, but still take a bit of a damage there. 50% of health right now. Looks like it's going to be ice, but he can't save his teammate. It's impossible.
So close next to each other, barely actually listen to the audio cue because of how quiet they are. Play zone finish of Armstall this time. You do Alliance, Flex, still keeping Echo, denying his entrance into this side of the zone, inside of this circle. Just making it so hard, such a hindrance. You do Alliance, making it so tough for all the other teams to just get a touch of that circle on the northern side. Hill on the other end make it alive, but Bacon time, how to cut across. I still taking those elevations, but Echo's stuck here. There's only a tree between them.
Oh, where is Echo going to go right now? Okay, he can go from 3 to 3, but at the same time we can see that Flex is looking behind, so someone's coming in. But Echo needs to be worried about the high ground. There's another player, but then again, I guess right now Udo Alliance needs to be distracted with other teams around them, and drives in, taken out by Tiger.
DVD Echo definitely saw Kenny just now. He's trying to keep it safe and quiet, at the same time want to go for the kills. Box and Alpha. The rest of Voin got himself quite an uncomfortable place to play around, but Hill and the others on the northern part of the circle. 3 teams barely make it in. It's a bit of a hike for Tiger, but they got those elevations working out quite right for them. Sam 9 can see SLD, they got quite a view, but at the same time they are at the edge. Voin, Box and GE trying to get the compound for themselves, each separated by invisible markers between them, but Echo spotted out by Flex from a north angle. That's going to be another team eliminated.
He might have wanted to deny himself, but unfortunately that nade came just in time. So Kenny was the one who picked up that elimination point. But the nade, whoa! Wait a second, everyone clumped up to get an SLD. Gotta get away. Nade from Sam 9, that was nicely placed.
Perfect trajectory coming out from Dap. Perfect angle, easy loop down from the up, down below. But GE, they are staying indoors. They know for a fact there's still so many teams out there, not inside of the compound, not inside of the building. So they want to keep it indoors to just avoid those crosshair falling onto their head. Back to the side of Box Gaming on there, then they heard a couple of shots early on. Just a bit of a greeting, but Hill and Udo Alliance is not done yet.
Yes, this time around, Hill a little bit of elevation against Udo Alliance. Nothing's at the forefront. He's making his debut to only on the left spray coming up from Nates. It will not connect. Oh no, it will not connect. Only the advantage, but his teammate is back behind him to give him backup. Tiger will come in for the other. Get off flags. Kenny super duper low. Udo Alliance fail against Hill.
Just too much for Udo Alliance. After fight on top of each other, they have no time for a break at all. No downtime to reset. After one team, it's just another pushing into their corner. Now Hill definitely the winners and the victors coming up from the north, but Sam 9 heard those fires early on. So Lung trying to scout out and give a bit of intel for the rest of the roster, but he made a bit of a U-turn after he got himself the upgrade of loot. But now back to the side of Lung, he definitely wants to see curious about what's happening on the hill above him. But at the same time, a bit too cautious about the peeking.
Ooh, yeah, gotta be careful right now because everyone's so close to each other. If you think that, oh, okay, I'm in the clear, you get knocked down, who knows? Because there's just so many teams spy. That kind of, I have a feeling that he knows that someone's below him. It's just that he get a good view. So right now, SLD prepping up the smokes. They want to move away from this position. But speaking of moving away, GE is in the house.
Sam 9 straight away knocked down one of GE players, even though they have a duo on their side. Only Lung and Dap remaining in Sam 9's roster. But they will not let it pass by as they can get those eliminations from this far. Long fights. But at the same time, it's just too hard for them to land those shots. GE on the other end forced themselves towards the side of Box and trying to push in bit by bit.
Oh, GE pushing in. It's rare that GE actually surviving to the top 6, so this will be the moment. Hope they'll be able to make the best out of it. Need to fight against big opponents now. So we're going to start off with Boss Gaming. Boss Gaming need to defend the ground, but the bad news is that they don't have the circle.
going to be Box, GE, and Voin, who got himself barely at the southern part of the circle. The rest of the teams coming out from the northern side. It's going to be Capone drop right on top of the GE players. And now they want to go for the rush. Double nade for the push. Here comes, and there goes. Capone taking on a side. And it's going to be Capone actually being clipped quite a bit from that nades as well. Box winning this, while GE left with Master Ichi. Capone bleeding out, but you know what? It's going to be damn dominating. Box, you're waking up the monsters. Hey, they are running rampage.
Whoa, and Boss Gaming, they still maintain all their members. And now they have an entry into the circle. They can go from building to building, but Void is waiting on the other side. Look at this. Gosu somehow managed to get inside into the next building.
At the same time, Hill have to get out from there. They need to push forward slowly. Based on the circle, it's going to be in between here. 2 teams up north, another 3 down south. It's going to be 5 remaining teams. And the circle happens to be favoring a tiny bit on the northern side. Those actually inside of this SMB base, they have to get out. But how? Because all these guys already take the high ground. So the moment they step out from the comfort zone, they'll be shut down entirely by Hale Esports.
Ooh, yes. It's going to be major warfare at the southern side. The top side, we have Sem9 against Hale. Sem9 now at the lower part of the hill. Hale has the high ground against Sem9. They try to take one out of Hale, try to get an entry into the house at least. Because right now we can see that the majority of the circle is on the top side. 10 more seconds, and the teams at the bottom will need to move.
Sem9 in a pickle right now, but Box taking the fight towards Voin Esports. 1 knockdown. Here comes the rush again. Down to only Keenan left for Voin Esports side. He tried to revive his teammate, but Gosu is there as well. Both angle heavily guarded by Box Gaming. They're going to flush out the entirety of this building right now. With that, oh boy, so close by Keenan again.
Oh yeah, he almost got it, but then again, Box, they had all 4 players tag, so it was an easy rush in for them. But there's one opponent left. That's Gosu. Gosu could be the kingmaker. They gotta be careful of Gosu right now. Gosu has no space to play with. He spots out here. Will he take the shot? Not yet. Sees him. Gosu only has 1 first aid, so not much that he can play with. But Gosu finally spotted out. Game been eliminated.
That was the worst timing possible for the blue to shrink in right on top of SLD Gosu just now. Down to 3. The one that actually the most sweet spot they can get is where Hale is standing right now. Sem9 being in the pickle for the longest time. Hale has been holding their compound for the longest, but winning now. Start to make an entry. Box Gaming is going wild.
Oh, so it's Sem9 as well. Take down onto Tiger. Box Gaming, they need to reset quickly. Time's on their side. The zone will close entirely now. Gets slow, 50% of health. Depp has eyes onto him as Gets will be forced to show himself. He tries to take out Depp, but there's no space left for Gets slow. He move, but not enough time. Gets slow will deny himself.
You have to be quick, not slow, and it has to be swift. Back to the side of Sem9. Hill bowing out due to the closing coming up from their side as well. The blue zone finish off Hill, but Box having a 4. Down to 3 as Winnie bleeding out, but it's going to be 3v2. They have the numbers for Box. This is the time for them to get those chicken and push their rank up. They need this, and they also been woken up, and Sem9 tap spot out Shunos, but at the same time almost clipped the entirety of it.
Oh yeah, we still got that though, the master, so anything can happen here for Sem9, and plus we have Loong on the top eliminators. Around as Depp almost naded now. That was a close one. Winnie finally beat by his teammates, and now 4v2. They're going up against Sem9. Loong is the last man standing. And finally, Box Gaming fighting!
Bots Gaming, they struggled the first 2 days. Now coming back with such a strong wave here. Set a high tone for their performance. Securing and sealing this chicken dinner for themselves. The entire day of the 3rd day in the PMSL week number 1. They have been consistent for today.
Yeah, they are definitely looking like they're right, so it's good work there by Box Gaming. You work hard, so this just shows like you don't give up. Right now, Box Gaming with at least they'll definitely pull away from GE, and that number 12 spot is further away from them. Now is the challenge to GE. I want to see this kind of improvement like Boss Gaming did for GE. And congratulations, finally, Boss Gaming and Levy as the MVP.
Well deserving, 704 for his damage output, dash out with 3 eliminations. I mean, like, this is the box that we missed. This is the box that used to be fierce so much that a lot of teams looking up to them back in, like, what, 2 years ago or a year back. And they have been traveling quite a distance. We're talking about them not getting in the circle as easy as all the other teams. You do Alliance, they don't have to travel as much as half than what Sam9 and Box have to offer because of it used to be their place. SMB is always their turf. But Sam9 still quite inconsistency. They have been up there for the entirety of the MSL now.
It is. On top of that, look at their full squad time. It's only 9 minutes. They lost 1 player fairly early on, but yet they're able to hold on to second place finish. It is impressive. On top of that, the longest travel distance out of these 4 teams, meaning that they needed to work hard. I mean, they did drop Fernie first, and military base islands circle is always very difficult. That's your natural drop spot, and they're able to beat the odds to get the second place.
And the circle is just really tough, right? We do know for a fact the first circle kind of playing our feelings a bit when it comes to whether to be on the northern or southern part, main peninsula or SMB. But the second shift was more than ready to inform the players everything is going to be SMB. And that's where we saw a lot of teams being caught on top of that bridge. That bridge you have to pay with the death toll. We talk about heavily guarded plus heavily cross-fired for the bridges. That's where a lot of team goes down.
But overall, I must say though, I'm impressed with Voin's however they did. They got into the military base island and into the military base itself. Wow, that is to me impressive. I wish it would have been like we have a map screen where we can see that. I'm sure the players have it. But at the end of the day, it's just Voin doing Voin things. That means that with that performance, they will still be on top for sure.
I concur, but for the fact that, you know what, I mean, like Voin, they were quite in the SMB at first, and they just pushed out to Milta and going around the left side, not the right, the left side, coming up from south. That's a long journey from the side of Voin, but here goes 13 eliminations from Box, a huge statement stating out that, you know what, we can still push it in the last minute, we are here to take it, and they are there. The only team got themselves the double-digit elimination is just this team right now. Hill got 7, Udo Lions, this Detev, they secured with 8 eliminations. That's quite a feat. But if you compare with Alter Ego and FaZe, this is quite unnatural. FaZe have been getting so much kills today, but the last match of Wrangle, they just start to slow down.
And speaking about sliding, well, to be fair, there are a couple of teams that are not playing today, so yeah. But the BTR is there right now, number 17, bottom 4. Not the place that we're seeing for a brand like BTR. However, Hale reclaims their second spot up against Sam9, who dropped down to number 3. But actually, it's an increase for them. I believe they were like number 4 or something before that. It's kind of okay. Right now, Voin is still unchallenged. Still the 20-point gap between them and Hale, so still about a round's worth.
That's true. Only 1 point that make it a bit of an improvement between the second and the first place. That gap just closed by 1 point right now. Just closing up the margin. But Box Gaming, I'm loving this. The top performer this time, Capone, Levis, Olivai, and also Weenie. Tiger X squeezing in the 3rd place. This is what we want, right? The teams on the 2nd page start to rise up. Now we're done for Erangel. We're definitely done for Erangel. Next one is going to be heading into Miramar. Box Gaming secure the Erangel map, the last one for today. We have different flags waving, different teams getting, nobody getting a double chicken in a day just yet.
Yes, it's nice. So if we look at the overall, right? Boom, Bacon Time, Box, these are the page 2 teams getting chicken dinner today. It's nice to see. It's nice to see page 2 teams actually stepping it up. And that's also a signal to one teams like, you guys don't get comfy there because we are coming to you.
And when it comes to Miramar, I'm waiting for the other teams that have been sleeping here today. I'm not sure they need a slap to wake up or something, but we definitely miss
Có khó khó. Có cho khó lắm. Let's take a look now, guys. Left. Khó chịu.
Мне от такого просто зубы сводят.
Зубы сводят.
Ты бы видел, что происходит здесь, как бы.
Guys, tôi nhớ tingin hitan tun ngau tin na live zing ni la or Sunday ni yong le ball thei lo kan ball hen live Sunday ni le khun tournament adi nga thi lo kan kun pan dio hitan phat cha hum na ve ta hum de cha phat cha Monday le ball kit dio Monday le chun tournament live stream ball dio hitan chika cha kyong ka sang hi kan ki su phat ko di hin ta he live hi ka koi dan mai the hi in aje cha sang ship na ka man di hi in koi ta bang ai khat lo si chu di chan chui di hin ai banga chu ka live hi ka koi dan di hin tin ai lo kan tha ball ji di hin ka sang test na di nga he ka ki su tu got hin tia chu hi chan chu hi han lang na bon chi Kevin hem that PO si chung win. Thank you. Keep on, my guys. Nang wazala. Live streaming ki ball ji hai. See you guys. Tournament yang like kisu to kit diu hin tournament ma sanga live ki ball jong le. Ki ho kit diu hin na guys. Stay cool and stay down. That's my word guys. Na bon chi Kevin. Nuk ta win le. Bye bye. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.